Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to this morass. So, I want to talk about... boy, there have been some problems. First thing, my ability to save games in this game is completely shot. I had to load again from the save I made a couple of days ago at this point and play up to this point. So things unraveled a little bit differently. And I thought that might be the case. I thought it might be the case that I couldn't make a safe save anymore at the end of the last session, but I had not budgeted my time for playing 3 straight hours of Endless Space, and I had to stop playing. So we figured out that the bug's reproducible, at least. But this time I have budgeted my time better. We are taking this thing to the end of the line, no matter how long that takes, unless it takes like more than 3 hours, in which case it's going to become an issue. But, so... we're back at this point. Hero-led fleets, clear the fleets of the fanatics from the lodestone systems and orbit them. I did not learn anything from last time and the danger of interfering with the space-time continuum, and so I did, in fact, cheat again in a different way. You can see I left Graphius to red, which seems to have worked out better for us all around. I played some things different politically. The state of the universe is this right now. I am in an alliance with the Unfallen and the UE. The Lumeris and the Sophons are in an alliance together. For some reason, they never allied with Horatio Alpha. That happened last game. Before they ever asked me to join their alliance, the 3 of them were in an alliance together. I don't know what it is that made things unfold differently this time, but Horatio is out in the cold on his own, and that suits us just fine. It would be really cool if we could break these 2 up, because I'd love to have the Sophons on my side, and I need the Lumeris not to be on my side. You can see we are at truce with them right now, because while forming my alliance, some stuff occurred. That's also why I do not currently have the option to purchase his systems. I, this time, was more careful, and I sent my initial scouts out to land on the lodestone worlds, were sent with heroes in tow. So we have some heroes scoring some quick points right away. We are at peace, currently, with the Vodiani, but obviously that could change. One thing that I figured out this game that was pretty interesting is Kurha was actually inhabited. The Vodiani have had this system apparently for some time, because all 3 worlds, I believe, were inhabited, and it looked like a pretty developed system. And then when the lodestone thing happened, the Ark detached and went over to Nakos. So I don't know how long ago they ran an Ark up to Kurha. That seems crazy to me, but apparently that happened. The other interesting thing I discovered is that Deneb here is home to Raya. And if you remember from our UE playthrough, Raya is the name of the United Empire homeworld. So, I don't know exactly what happened to the UE. I mean, I can guess. But there's all kinds of cool stuff happening, you know, behind the curtain. Wyrix, still unsettled. Also, I was much more careful about my influence output this time around, so you can see we have not been swallowed up by Horatio, and in fact, I think we're pushing his influence back from Forest. However, we are still losing ground to Craver influence coming off of Graphius. My hope was that the Cravers would take Yanis, and then I could swoop in and take Graphius with Yanis's influence no longer being a concern. But things have not, obviously, gone that way. Again, I'm not sure what causes stuff to change. I'm not sure how much randomness there is, like how deterministic the AI's decision-making is. But anyway, that's the situation we're in now. So, we're going to score some points on Jaya, Scythe, and Gienna. Scythe and Gienna promise to continue accumulating. Nakos, we're going to have to deal with this Ark, and on Gia, we're probably going to have to turn on Horatio. Now, this game, I did remember to upgrade my shadows. We have the best engines that we have access to, and also a variety of long-range weapons to allow us, hopefully, to just fight whoever. Not a lot in the way of defenses. I'm hoping that the fact that we want to play at long range will make the defenses somewhat unnecessary. Obviously, the Ark is a problem. We're going to have to get some ships over here. Fortunately, we have some. So do I want to send... I'm thinking we got to move on Graphius, unfortunately. I was hoping that it wouldn't be necessary, but I really don't want to lose a system to his influence. Why don't we build a ship or two at... Okay, I still don't have a source of adamantium. Let's buy some adamantium. Make the same order I made last time, apparently. Build a ship here. I'm kind of surprised at how... Kind of surprised at how long it's going to take to build that. We'll move this smaller secondary fleet to Varen. And then we will, we'll meet up with the Spectre, link up, head out here, and take control of it. And I'm hoping that, like, in places like this, the combination of the hero ship and the upgraded scout should be able to just push off little guys. I'm a little worried that we're going to maybe have to go to war with Horatio. Really, really, really don't want to have to go to war with Horatio. He just has a lot of stuff, you know? He has a lot of resources and a lot of worlds, and I wish this would happen already. Yes.
Our purpose is to kill.
Okay, apparently he's coming for me? That's... not what I was expecting. Well, if he's just gonna threaten me straight up, I guess we ought to engage. You know what, maybe let's make the Spectre after we build a couple of other ships. Okay, Scythe is building up. I mean, I want to put these guys in defense mode just so that they don't ask me for orders every turn. Alright, for right now we're holding all these. Huh. He headed back to Kurha. I guess it wasn't that developed. I mean, 3 population for the Vodiani. That's something. Weird. Alright, so we're making a little bit of progress, and I have a ship headed toward Arkhab. The quest resolved before we got there. My suspicion is that this is going to be a problem. Well, we can probably kick the crap out of his ships, though. So he is... I mean, he's making progress on Giannis. I don't know what to do about it. We should probably get a secondary fleet going for Nos. Oh, and you can see I prioritized a whole bunch of stuff before finishing the obelisks. I was like, you know what? Since we know we're not trying to really win this way anyway, let's move all of the industry improvements and stuff up. Yeah, I even went to Edenization on a bunch of the worlds just to try to push back people's borders. I think there's a really fascinating version of the game that unlocks, that sort of unfurls here at the end when everybody has very different concerns than they have in the early game. And I kind of wish we got to play this part of the game more often. A lot of the time, we win before this part of the game happens. I'm curious, I'd have to give some good hard thought to what exactly would allow more play in sort of this stage of the game. But I think there's something interesting here. There's something to be dug out, I think. I guess, yeah, if he goes to Nos, that's going to be a real problem for me. Surma has 575 industry. Nos has 440. Yeah, this is where we're doing all of our shipbuilding, I guess. Well, let's go ahead and rush what we can. Get some stuff built. We'll start setting up at Nos as well, but I suspect the main attack's going to come in from Graphius. And we're ready for it. Even though it shows my ships as being in the hangar for no reason, they are not. Oh, that's right. I gained 3 more command points recently. I should fill up these slots. Alright, we don't need to make ships everywhere. And again, as always, I don't really want the militarists completely taking over my Senate, although I guess at this point in the game, it doesn't really matter, does it? You know what? Go ahead, make some ships. Let's rush a couple more. Alright. Important stuff's going on. Spica still being filled with population very slowly. Okay, he has arrived. So now I have to declare, right? My understanding is that even though this is not his system, it's his space, right? So I can't just yeah, I can't just attack him in the influence zone. I'd have to actually declare war. Especially if Red's coming after me right at this moment. It's like the worst possible moment for me to have to declare war on Horatio. Do I have a lot of information? I don't, right? Like, where am I on military score? Can I see that? My alliance of 3 members owns 2 of the 8 required major factions' home systems. No, you don't have like just sort of like an abstract combat strength score that is surfaced, at least. That's probably fine. Those scores were always kind of not meaningful. I was hoping I could use it to get a little bit of an idea. That said, if I did take a system or 2 away from Horatio, it'd make my life a lot easier. Alright, I guess we're going like full-on war footing, huh? How do you not have microwave pipes yet? How did I miss that? I think Forrest has basically built everything that can be built. Yeah, alright, let's make for violence. By the way, I cannot say enough how helpful it has been to have this minor faction that the Vodyani are associated with feeding us free manpower every turn for the last 100 or so turns. This is like really, really important. And I kind of think it maybe makes me reevaluate some of the diplomatic stuff I'm doing, because I think if I'm Riftborn, I really want to find the Vodyani quickly and, you know, make friends with all of the minor factions. Like, be chill with the Vodyani. Let them own some minor factions and then just leech off of those guys forever. God, this is a good theme. Alright, we're gonna have to buy more adamantium to make big ships. Alright, I don't know what to expect here as far as we are coming from these guys, but because it kind of looks like he's just moving a single ship toward me, which is not, I mean, it's not that scary. I doubt my alliance is that close to winning an economic victory. I'm sure this is one of those close in quotation marks kind of things. Alright, so let's pop these 2 out, merge that up, and there's a whole fleet. And then I'm going to disband these guys back to the hangar on the surface. Just that, like, nothing dumb happens with them getting attacked or anything. Wait a second. Who are you at war with? Is that a Vodyani ship? It's war with both the Cravers and the Vodyani. Okay. Is there a way to use this to our advantage? Oh, I also figured this out.
Why are you knocking around?
You can demand that someone break their alliance. However, of course, when you're making a diplomatic demand, they can refuse, and what it does, if they do, is it declares war on you, basically. It's a way of declaring war for free, unless you ask for something that you're actually likely to get. So I'm wondering, now that we're in an alliance, and especially for the Sophons, this would be awkward, because they are squished between, at least some of the worlds, are squished between me and one of the people in my alliance. I wonder if we could get them to break off with the Lumeris. And if we could, that would be fantastic. If I could get these guys allied with me, we could push back on everybody else together. Uh-oh, where'd that arc go? Oh, what is it doing? This arc bailed off of Kurha. I don't know where it's headed. This is all very strange. Okay, here on Arkhab, I can't attack. Really? I'm very surprised by that. That Horatio's, being in Horatio's influence prevents me from attacking the Cravers? They're at war too, aren't they? Yeah. That's super weird. I think you should let me attack the Cravers. I think he would want me to do that. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. It's so close. Look at how close it is. Certainly closer than Nos. I'm hoping that when we finish this, Nos at least starts holding its own. I also, in order to push industry or influence, I also did this level 4 modernization and have applied it to all of my outer systems. I think some of the inner ones have gotten it too, but I was most focused on the outer ones. So actually, things unfolding as they are, let's move the ships from Hese to Forest. We'll build up a little bit of military force on Forest, and then we'll declare on Horatio, and man, I hope this works out. And at that point, I guess we'll be able to start stuff on Arkhab as well. I can't believe I'm not allowed to now. That seems crazy to me. Alright, anyway, what are we doing? What else do I need to do this turn? It looks like we're making solid progress on a lot of the other planets. This will be a little bit easier once I'm not spread out doing so many things. And yeah, I'm a little worried about the game ending, right? But we just kind of have to hope on that front. I don't think there's a lot I can actually do. Alright, the first of the Craver ships is about to land on Kuma, and we are in defense mode, so he cannot escape. Apparently it's just a single scout, but we are going to crush it all the same. This is definitely a power to shields type fleet. Oh, I should talk about my ship design. I went and split the weapon types on most of the ships. So, they all sort of look like this. Just that I wouldn't have to retool them so much. I figured this would be a little bit awkward for the AI to deal with. And it's all long-range weapons. If he comes in with ships that are entirely armed with bullets, that could be an issue, but... Alright, how much do I think I need to build up on Force? Let's at least let this ship from Hese get over here. We'll try it then. I wonder how many turns it will take for him to buy Yanis. In order for him to be pushing back against my influence the way he is, he must be just pumping out a ton of the stuff. So there's no way he doesn't have enough to just buy this the second he has the option. Although, can you do that while you're at war? Maybe the way he took this in the previous game where he took it was actually through conquering, and for whatever reason it just didn't work out this time. Ooh, look at that. He's going completely unchallenged. He has 62 ships over here. Ugh, and his fleets have a maximum of 10 combat points? Dude. Hold up. We can have a chat about that one.
All those who share its ideals.
Alright, dog, you gotta have better fleets than this. Where is a tech that gives command points? Preferably not one of the upper tier ones. But I want to help him out a little bit. I'm going to be partially reliant on this dude. This is... Which one is this? This is pretty high. Okay. He doesn't even have air units?
Whoa.
Dog. You gotta... Are you grumbling? Are you grumbling about free stuff? Give me your adamantine. He has 5. He has 5 adamantine. How did this happen? How are you so far behind? I mean, I guess...
Smart move. Now don't undo the good work with any more aggressive acts.
Wait, any more aggressive acts? hell's he talking about? I didn't even move ships through his... Like, obviously I didn't go to Electra. I have no idea what he's talking about. Maybe I should abandon Arcob, given how much of a pain in the ass this is. Although, let me just real quick... Over under, I'm going to guess 15. Oh no, only 9 turns. That's not so bad. You know what? Let's try it. I'm going to bail on this one. Okay. So we're letting this ship finish. We're letting this ship finish. And I mean, we're just making real good progress in a lot of places. We have Vodyani ships starting to come in various places, so we're going to have to do something about that. But fortunately, the Vodyani are unallied, and actually, all I have to do is drop to Cold War, right? Although it's the second I drop to Cold War, I'm going to start seeing abductions on Chang and probably Spica. It looks like these ships are facing this way. Yeah, you can see the engine trail. Okay. Curious. I'm not sure what he's doing. Also, man oh man, am I glad I upgraded my computer. Because let me tell you something. This would have run like total butt without the extra RAM and graphics card and stuff. Okay, Varen. Well, hold on. Let's first of all deal with the ships that we just built. Then we'll worry about the shipyards. So merge up. It kind of looks like the Vodyani are just going to let us have Nakos. So these ships are maybe bound for Gia instead? Because we're going to have to actually hold Gia, like against a navy, probably. But I think we can do it. 8 turns. Yeah, I think it's right. I think that's the thing. Then you move to Forest. I mean, we should really have this. It's just... It's been such a pain in the ass to get Adamantium this whole time. So this is 21 population. Yeah, fabrication license. For sure. I guess just more ships, right? Another thing about the weapon systems, building them the way I am building them, is that it really reduces the strain on our antimatter. It made it a lot easier for me to build more ships. Okay. And I mean, at some point we'll be able to spare heroes, right? So who is here? It's just my team and the Vodyani, right? It's not this. Yeah, that's an unfallen ship. Well, I think it's time to kick him back to Cold War.
The church is pleased to greet you. We are all...
We definitely kick his ass, like, no question. That said, while we'll definitely win, I'm not 100% sure we'll kill him. Okay. He ran. That's fine. That works.
By my cloth. Your action.
Yep.
We were unsure.
I don't actually have any ships over here. Man. I really wish I had some idea of how these guys would react to a demand to break alliance. Things would be so much easier if the Sophons were on my team in every way, you know? Okay, he's leaving. He's coming. And we're pushing on. Pushing on everywhere we can. Going to war with Horatio is going to be messy. Yeah, we should probably have these running all the time. I'm trying to figure out what is going on over here. Like, is he concerned about... He just has so many ships. Look at that. He's making good use of our tech already. Looks like he probably picked up a tech of his own, maybe, too, at the same time. Good, good. I need him to be competent. That's 2 arcs converging on Karana. How many more turns are we truce with these guys? 3. I think once the truce wears off, we regain our ability to purchase. Oh, Varen's not even upgraded. Yeah, let's do that. Look how ridiculous my influence bubbles have gotten. Also, the AI clearly needs a little bit of help with their faction quest, because there's no way Incandescence should have been here and still neutral, right? Like, it was probably turn 140 that I found that. Oh, interesting. He bailed out on his own. That's great for us. Alright, we're past the halfway point on these two. Let's make that run there. What I want to have here is enough ships to still play defense at Kuma just in case something crazy happens, but an offense force that can go and take Graphius. I'm worried about, like, the same thing's going to happen as last time, though, right? Graphius is going to fall to Yanis's influence. Although my own influence is so much stronger this time that maybe that's not the case. Maybe my influence will interfere. I really don't know how to even, like, begin to predict that. Okay, well, this seems like a thing that's worth building. I guess we don't have all our trade companies. Okay. I'll admit, I have not been paying a whole lot of attention to that. Oh, yeah, definitely finish doing that. I'm not even sure if I have a source of income of these. I just have a whole... I bought and traded for a bunch. Yeah. Yeah, I think one of the AI had a 900 stack or something that I traded for. Okay, merge up. Yeah. Okay, well, obviously, not all of the competitive quests are required for the Academy event to begin. This is the furthest we've ever been, right? We've gotten to this step before, but we've never actually seen a planet come under one faction's influence. Figures by the time I get there, it's going to be loaded down with enemies. And the good news is we'll be in our allies' influence space, and so we can run things a little bit differently. Yeah. Go ahead and finish making trade companies, I guess. So do we want to push him? Is this the time? I guess I should still be making ships, right? Oops, I was trying to click end turn and I apparently missed entirely. Okay, so I'm kind of curious when this adjusts. It looks. I think I pushed back a little bit. We just finished the building on Nos, you know, so. Okay, he just purchased Spica. I think that is my cue to buy his half of the, like, all of this stuff, right? 21, 13, and free. Yeah, I think that's sensible. That's how we're gonna play. That's how we're gonna play. Recently purchased systems don't have an influence bubble. This is all Orion right here. Look at that. Look at the radius of that. Yep. I wish that I could explain to him a complicated deal. Like if this were a human player, I would have said, break your alliance with the Lumeris and join my alliance, or I'll take Kochab. But there's no way to express that idea to the AI, you know? So what does he not have built? All kinds of important stuff, really. Let's swap all these to building mode. Again, unfortunately, there is no way to... you cannot just alt-click this stuff to the top for some reason. I assume it is an oversight that they are working on. I have more faith in Amplitude for post-game support than, like, almost anybody, really. What they did with Endless Legend was fantastic, and I have no reason to believe that there will be any less support here. I'm gonna need you to buzz off, man. We're doing something over here. Yeah, get gone. Take it on the heels, nerd. At least we're not seeing any of that retreating in place garbage. This is very annoying. Well, hopefully they'll leave again. We're just about to have combat fleets in place, so... I may go to... Wait, is DEFCON 1 the good one or the bad one? I may go to whichever DEFCON is the scary one. Could happen. Okay, now we have a source of adamantium. I feel a lot better about that. Are we still pulling in... Yeah. It's still right to use the purple weapons. It's just... It's going to take a while for that stuff to get okay. So he's optimizing for planet types. You can see he's got the geo-industrial plants on the hot planets and this on the... Actually, not on the sterile planets. He wanted dust. Well, whatever. I need construction power because you have run a lax and terrible empire and we got to fix all of your mistakes. Okay. So I'm getting 12 per turn. My ships... What do my ships actually cost? These cost 6... These are 18. And these are 36. Okay, well. I think we're going to be able to take Kamos away from him pretty quickly. Alright. These three systems are my primary focus right now. Everything is about making sure we take control of these. Once we have these, we can untangle the mess that is all of the others. He's bringing that... Wait, this isn't an arc. This is not even... Man, I kind of wish that the colors they allow you were a little bit more different.
Desperate acts for desperate times.
Who are you fighting again? I'm so... Okay. What are you doing? Stop doing that. Just toggling it on and off real fast. He's fighting the Vodyani and yeah, this sounds like not my problem. Listen, best of luck to you in your current endeavors. Okay, these are about to flip. This needs another turn after this one. 3 turns until we're ready. Let's take a moment and build this so as to let our supplies of ship weapons build up. Yeah, now that we actually have adamantium income. Wow, 14 even. That's pretty okay. By the way, I did, since we are in an alliance, I did just go ahead and complete all of the obelisks. So if at any time we leave our alliance, we will immediately have a wonder victory. Or, actually, maybe not, because the way that I usually have to navigate the bug that's present with that stuff is by saving and reloading, which we can't do right now. I may have made the game very difficult for me to win. I guess we'll find out. And by the way, again, this is serving as some valuable data on the subject of how long it takes the AI to win an internal victory. Because we had only been guessing before. Oh, what is this? Oh, okay, we empty the system. When we do the thing that we're trying to do, we actually destroy the... Okay. Alright, so you guys need to return to the Empire. I guess I'll send them back to, like, Varen? Some of these dudes are fast. Yeah, this guy's 11 speed. You have 21 speed. I was able to select their hero traits a little bit differently, knowing what was coming. And it turns out that Sophon Overseers have access to 8 movement points and also 8 movement points for their whole fleet. So, alright, well, let's attack them. Force them off. Get out of here with your preserver nonsense. These cravers, man. Once servants of the Endless, always servants of the Endless. Yeah, I guess just head to Varen. Okay, it'll take them 8 turns to get back in action. You 18, that's a little unfortunate. This is ridiculous. I assume that this was high up in one of the quadrants. Ooh, this is an event I've never seen before. The recent switch to industrialist politics in Surma has left many unhappy. Chief among the dissidents is a radical splinter group who have begun raiding shipping lanes to disrupt economic activity. You know, I thought I'd never seen this one before from the picture, but the text does sound familiar. So the governor has imprisoned the worst of the offenders and plans to deactivate several established historically significant space stations to build a network of newer, cheaper, secure waypoint systems. The people have voted against this proposal, citing historical and cultural value. Well, it's, like, hard for me to go, hey, my people, go fuck yourselves. It's interesting that you get plus 20 dust per turn in both scenarios. I mean, we veto it, right? I don't particularly need, like, the political ideology switch is not meaningful, and plus is better than minus. I wonder if that, I wonder if it's supposed to be minus 20. Wait, is that really the fastest way to do that? Is faster for him to go from Rotanev to Forest via Yersh? I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's wormholes. Those are fast, but that strikes me as odd. Okay, you're almost in place. Nakos is just about done. We should just, like, take over Kurha, right? I didn't realize it had Adamantian on it. Or I would have gone after it the moment the arc left. I was, you know, my brain was elsewhere. Okay, so how close are we to this? We'll be there in 2. Okay. So we've got Gia halfway moved. It does look to me like the Cravers are not actually going to push on us. So we can probably send this secondary fleet bits from Kuma up to Forest. We'll leave the 27 command point fleet here in charge. Alright, you guys return to Varen. Yeah, Varen's 2 turns, and Rotanev is via Varen anyway. We're doing it. 3 of 9. Yeah, we should probably keep the singularities rolling. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. I'm excited. I'm very, very curious to see what's going to happen. Make a fabrication license. Alright, merge up. We don't have anybody incoming except... Except these guys. Just these 19 command points worth of dudes. Wait, did he buy back Karana, or did I forgot to buy Karana? Okay. That Ark is sieging me. We should probably close our borders to him. Her? I'm not sure if the Vodyani... The Vodyani don't have gender, I imagine, because they're robots? Actually, I don't know. No, they're totally organic beings. Yeah, I don't know what their deal is. But... borders closed.
We're too polite to say what we are thinking.
I am exactly polite enough to say exactly what I am thinking. Get the hell out of my country.
By my cloth. Your actions deserve...
Okay, fair enough. Wait a minute. They can't close their borders on me because closed borders is mutual, right? So I just closed my borders to them and then they took credit for it. Well, that's just childish. Alright, when we make landfall here, landfall, quote unquote, we should be able to drive these guys off pretty quickly. I mean, it's going to take 2 turns, right? Because we have to attack twice. But once that happens, hey, look at that. Hey, a system for some reason. Oh, well, that's handy. Hey, Breaker. Get lost. I'm pretty sure I forgot to equip an X-Jinx ship with weapons. But it's fine. The Shadow can take on the Scavenger, no problem. And everybody here knows it. Alright, so next turn we run this dude off, and if we can just resolve this problem, then we're good. It's like Horatio's ship actually left at some point, but now is on its way back. But these guys have been ruining everything the whole time. Okay, well, I'm nervous. I'm unusually nervous. I don't know why. It just feels like more is riding on my decisions at this point than is usually the case. Oh, we could harvest guardians. Apparently we've discovered guardians. That's okay, fine. So what do we do with these guys? Like, what is the value of this dude now? I mean, I guess he's so fast. We could have him go scout Arcob and see what's up with that. If Arcob has been abandoned or anything, that could be really useful. And here in I guess it's ships, because like war with Horatio is going to be a serious thing. Let's build another. Let's start work on a Spectre. It's going to take a little while for that to finish. Yeah, good point. Well, it's time to declare, I guess. Again, I'm super nervous and I do not know why. I mean, it's a long game, right? There's a like a lot of hours of play at this point riding on this. I guess I don't really want Varen to be building ships, right? It's in kind of like an awkward location for that. Well, no, it's not really further away than his is. Yeah, sure. Give me a Phantom. Is it feasible to buy? No, not really. Well, we might have to swap up our ship designs just so that we can continue to pump out ships, because it's definitely easier to get a hold of more adamantium, or antimatter. I really wish it would not do that.
You're making the Sophonoty nervous.
Your space? What does that mean? I think he has not yet grasped the meaning, the sort of the nature of our relationship. Okay, Kuma is definitely pushing back both of these guys on the influence front. It's happening slowly, but it's happening. And then here, I think he is still pushing forward here. I think that the dotted line circle around the system had just a sliver of red in it before. We don't have the population necessary to really take advantage of the Eden Blossoms and the Edenization. Well, it's looking like it may not be necessary for me to mess with him, though. I guess this is it. Let's do it. Really wish I could break these two up.
Your contact with us brings more worry than joy.
Yeah.
Horatio, do not trust you.
I mean, he knows there's not a lot of reasons for me to call him up. I'm gonna need you to leave, please. I mean, let's pick the correct tactic, but probably it does not really matter what we do here. Alright, well, Jay's moving forward again. We have threatened the Vodyani a lot. They must really think they would lose in a war with us, because I have to imagine that they would engage otherwise.
Horatio's plans for this galaxy do not...
You're a sly one, aren't you?
He's probably overjoyed that we're putting it to Horatio. Alright, just a matter of time now. Also, obviously, we're going to buy Kamos as soon as it's available. I'm going to completely wipe out these dudes with Pacific conversion. Partially because they're making my life difficult, but also partially just because, like, I'm curious whether I can do that or not. So I don't need to actually conquer Horatio's stuff. But should I? Maybe I should go after Yanis with this fleet? Oh, I bet I didn't, I bet my armies are still like... Yeah, my ground forces are super old school. Never fighting the Cravers meant that I never had to bother upgrading. Well, I mean, I can do all this stuff pretty cheaply. And then we will grab some... So his stuff is mostly... He relies pretty heavily... the AI relies pretty heavily on infantry still. I mean, I don't really know what the optimal balance is here. Something like that, maybe? I don't know. And remember, that's manpower put into things. It's not actual numbers. So, like, 30%... We have an equal amount of manpower worth of aircraft and infantry troops, but that's 6 times as many infantry troops. We probably don't want to push it real hard, because I actually would like to finish upgrading my ground troops. So let's maybe not build a lot of ships for now. In fact, you get a limited... You can roll industry over from turn to turn. I'm going to not put these both up in the same turn, so that we get a little bit more rollover when I build just this next turn. The rollover has a cap. I think it's 2 full turns. But we should be under that somewhat. I guess it's easier to defend myself against Horatio from Yersh, right? We don't actually have to invade it, but just like this is the choke point. How long would it take this fleet to get over here? 7 turns? I don't like them being gone that long. The Cravers might see it as an opportunity. We'll stay put here. Let's put some weight behind the pacifists. My suspicion is we're gonna end up industrial military. Really, the militarists ended up as the lead party. Is that bad? What's the auto law for them? Okay, that's pretty much whatever. All my systems were quite happy anyway. And that just means we're going to be getting a little bit less dust income, but that's fine. I don't think I want to decrease my influence. I think I want to increase my influence. Something tells me that's not quite how that's going to happen. So wait a second. Let's go back to the troop screen. We can buy this upgrade now. I'll just put these guys back on this for a moment. We'll roll over a little bit more industry here. don't know what I'm doing that for. I'm not going to end up... My idea was that we could roll over some industry and then cash it in real fast and hard on a shipbuilding. But we're not going to be able to go to shipbuilding. We're not going to be there yet. So we're going to end up just rolling it all, plowing it all into the planet Cracker anyway, I think. Right? Because we certainly don't need approval. I could build these buildings that help with my ship XP. I don't know if there's a lot of value in doing that. I mean, there's not a lot of value in not doing it either at this point.
The Unfallen watch you, unsure if your actions will
Okay. We're very, very close on this. Just gotta check every turn to make sure our systems are still actually ours. How many command points am I missing? 7? Well, here comes 1. We're managing to bombard away 2% of his planetary garrison every turn. It's very impressive. We're going to have to attack here again in a second. Where are we receiving so much manpower from? 542.5 from system? Really? I am very surprised that it is that much. Come on, how long does it take you to decide to retreat? It does seem to take longer when they want to retreat than it does when they want to fight, right? Is it just me? Okay. So we need 6 more command points over here, and we don't have a Spectre. So that is a perfect solution. There we go. Okay. I wonder if he has a navy. Like, maybe he lost it all fighting Red or something. It's possible that he just doesn't have the resources to resist us. It's alright, we'll be able to truce out pretty soon. Okay, oh yeah, we should definitely have expanded mines. How do I not have this? Well, that's just foolish. Obviously, that should be going. Alright, check and make sure everything's still rocking. I wonder how many parts there are to this quest. 'Cause I have no idea. Oh, we don't even... Man, my home system has taken a long time to build all the way up. We also need to make stuff on Zenith. And fabrication licenses, man. They were too valuable to... The adamantium was too valuable to spend it so quickly. So... I mean... I don't know. That seems fine. Gives me even more Ori Health 6 income. I still have not actually figured out how I should say that. I keep meaning to look up the name of the it's like a Greek mythological metal that's based on, right? And then I keep not having done that. I mean, I guess there's no reason for these guys to be waiting here. They could just be waiting here. Again, we've established the bottleneck. Well, let's see what the story is at Arkhab. The story at Arkhab is one of sadness. Hey, you. Get lost. All of the lodestone systems are mine. You're next, buddy. Okay, it's coming along. This one's almost done. Yeah, I can't believe Rotanev hasn't been Eden Blossom pushing this whole time. It's kind of crazy, actually. So again, we don't have to take Yursh, but I would like to. Yours seems like a fine world. What do we have in terms of manpower? We have about 1,200 manpower that we could put down on this planet's surface. Awful lot of cravers sneaking into my empire lately. What's your deal? He's a Pulsos. He's a Pulsos Seeker. It's not, like, great. The other two were both Overseers. So they're effectively the same hero. Oh, I guess they have different bonuses here. So minus ship cost versus +1 industry per population. Okay, this guy's the winner. Do I actually want one of these dudes, though? Like, I guess so. Yeah, maybe not. Like, they don't really have a lot of meaningful skills either. Lucky Windfall's cool. Yeah, sure. Koros Apogee, welcome to the team, I guess. I don't know what I'm going to do with you. Send you to Nos, I guess? Try to push back enemy influence a little bit. And get some extra resources out of him. It's like... yeah, Lucky Windfall for sure. Alright, 10% extra influence for the system. Hopefully we'll be able to push the Cravers back. I don't even know what to do with you. I guess let's just... Actually, let's move him back to her, because I don't know what's coming up next. But I'd like to be sort of spread out and ready to pivot. Alright. This one's almost done. We still have like 5 more turns on this one. Looks like we're building up a coalition here. I can't believe how many unsettled systems there are on the what you might describe as sort of the eastern part of the galaxy. Alva is one of the lodestone systems. That is way out there, man. Look at how far outside of the disk that is. Sife's pretty far out too, I guess. Wait a second. Who's here that doesn't belong here? Oh, that's Lumeris, not Unfallen. Get lost. That's what I mean by the colors being too close together. I literally couldn't tell that wasn't.
Careful, or things are going to get it.
Oh, please. Please go ahead and start something. Why don't you ask your buddies how they would feel about that maneuver? Hey, look, we did it. This is the first game I've ever had the troop management thing completely filled out. Okay, so now we have some extra resources that can be spent on shipbuilding, although we don't really need to, probably. I think we're kind of okay. Like, let's take the ship on Hees and I guess move it to the Craver front. I don't think this really needs any help. Alright, so this one's resolved. And this one still has, what, like 5 turns left. Oh, you guys got stuck. That's right, they closed their borders. Oh, alright, I have some system that has no builds queued. I just double-click the button. We should probably be making stuff. Oh, we're not even done colonizing here. Obviously, her was a pretty recent settle. Alright, G is done. This is over with. Plus 30% fleet damage. There's no reason for us to take a damage bonus that could also cause us major headaches. We don't need any of that. Alright, these ships from Gia can rejoin the rest of us. So we have power armor now. That's pretty cool. We have a number of worlds where we can now build more population. I guess this gives movement speed. Oh no, this is the one that gives movement speed. Well, let's get this. We probably have some worlds that have moons. We don't really need these, like... Boy, oh boy, do we have enough titanium and Hyperium. I guess just make science. I'm at a loss here for useful things to do with some of you. Alright, at this point all we're doing is keeping an eye on Electra. Oh, I forgot to attack the Cravers on Arcab, which we're doing mostly out of spite. I also should remember to actually use my singularities. Okay. Sirma totally could use some extra miners. That's very valuable. Not strictly necessary, but fun. Totally worth it. Alright. Let's grab just like a bunch of stuff. We'll unlock the rest of the tech tree while we're at it. Oh no, I've been defeated. Can we... Okay. So is it 168? Okay. Then an enemy alliance won an economic victory on turn 168.
Careful, or things are go.
So that is a thing that is worth remembering for future games. It does mean that the AI should essentially, unless they kill us, they should never beat us. Which is a little sad. But, you know, there's some things coming up with the AI, I know that. I have faith. Ooh, we can build eco-habitats. I have faith that the AI will be improving. Yup. That's mine. Ah, jeez. Look at all this science nonsense all strewn about, and yet somehow, still, not particularly close to the science victory. Alright, build all that stuff. You're good. Oh, hey. There's a curiosity here that we had not been able to search before. Apparently. Oh, nice. And it's an average deposit, so that's pretty good. I can't believe I never noticed that before. We're not going to be able to take Tylus through. Well, actually, we've pushed in from these sides quite a bit, haven't we? Maybe we will. Alright. So I guess I needn't be concerned. I had thought that we could only continue playing if I was the one who won. I didn't realize that we could continue playing even after the AI wins. It may be that this Academy quest is not worth all this effort. I have no idea what's going to happen. Alright, are they going to toggle that a whole bunch of times in quick succession just to make me read the message again? Oh hey, here come the Unfallen. They did want to join us. How are we doing on Yersh's garrison? Yersh's garrison is all torn up. Okay, so let's grab 13 command points worth of ships out of here. Oh, that was only 11. I mean, I could have done that math pretty easily. Alright, that is a 27 command point fleet that has 11 movement. I guess we should probably swap out that guy. There, now our scout has a small military escort. I guess let's take the world, or the system rather. It would be cool to have. Yeah, we'll get it next time. Alright, so let's see. I'm sure this is not the end, though. There's no way, right? This would be kind of anticlimactic. It is no longer a time for hints. It is a time for action. Oh, you know what? In my head, I was like, well, if we just get the majority of these, we'll be guaranteed to win. But the quest is actually to remove all of them. Okay. Well, I'm glad I started working on Arkob. We've taken Yersh. So actually what I want to do is, now that this is a system I own, I can reconfigure this guy's ship. I'll just put a probe module on his ship. Yeah, I definitely did not. Obviously did not fix these up very well. I'm going to err on the side of hull plating because this combination of weapons, the greatest problem we could have is bullet weapons, right? He's not the thing slowing the fleet down. Sure. Alright, so his fleet now can locate and destroy all these other systems slowly. So 1, 2, 3. Alright. This one's your job. He's pretty fast. That movement speed tech we researched really is really pulling its weight. Okay. This is going to be a problem. The Vodyani have that broken hero skill, the one that's like super way too powerful and is already fixed in the preview build of the next patch. And we might actually not be able to beat their influence, which would prevent us from buying back Spica. Well, we'll get Perseus easily enough. Sure, that's a thing that's worth building, I guess. Oh no, we have research still going. So, who's the faster of you guys? Okay. Let's send this guy to Nihal. And the fast hero fighting fleet can make their way through to Ibella. Oh, there's closed borders between us and them. Well, we can navigate that. Yeah, we can make a path. Let's get into here and we'll figure it out from there. Because we can cut through Craver Town. Yeah, okay. Read the whole quest. So once we've destroyed all 9 of these systems, I'm expecting there's going to be some large final climactic event. I'm hoping. I don't know what it would be, and more to the point, I don't know what it could be that wouldn't be disappointing in any way. But I'm very curious. Okay, is this just enemy fleets? Okay, no, there's a Sophon here. There's no particular reason for me to stay at war. No, there is. I need to finish taking Arkhab before I can end my war with the Horatio. Okay, we'll take Canis, I guess. And Canis and Serta are both pretty valuable looking. We kind of don't have enough ships. But you know, I'm less concerned about the Cravers than I've ever been. Maybe not for a great reason. He's got pretty good ships. So his large carrier has 12,000 offense and 1,600 defense. How's mine rated? Not that well. Not that well. Mine have a lot fewer weapon slots than his do, though. I'm just thinking I don't want yours to get immediately reclaimed. And I'm concerned that if I leave it, it will get reclaimed. Well, let's go to where the ships are, I guess. Alright, we definitely want to do some bombarding. It's hard to tell. We might be pushing them back. Ugh, that's an arc. Okay, this might not work. I don't know if I need help exactly. Yeah, I'll deal with that in a second. Hold on. So we're at a point now where I don't think if the Lumeris-Sophon alliance declared war on us, it would be a big deal. I wish I could just absorb them into my alliance, but sadly that is not an option. Because you can only have so many members in a single alliance. Okay, that's coming along. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to hop a little bit, and we're gonna have to do a probe reveal at some point here. But the idea, yeah, we get to Zosmanos, we shoot probes this way, reveal this system, shoot another probe this way, and then Ibella is actually within his borders. Now we're gonna have to declare. Well, unfortunate. Especially unfortunate here. Do I don't really have a fleet on this side. We may have to clear Ibella and then clear Nihal. Let's fall back to Allied space. Sorry, who doesn't have orders? Oh yeah, you're fine. Or, you know, like we make sure that the path Tuyabella is clear, and then move somebody else onto it to deal with it. Ah, yes, retreat. There's no escape route available. I needed to run faster. Shoot. Well, he only has short-range weapons. Maybe we'll survive. We start at long range and we only endure fire for one phase. No, that was unlikely. Okay, it is learned that we like power to shields now. Right, Ahova is moving.
Only make the war.
The unfallen one.
And that is a hero lost. It's not a big deal at this point. Alright, probably next turn we can buy that. Oh wow, we haven't seen Slingshot yet this game? Well, the good news is that Slingshot's going to award us with a bonus that is sizable. The bad news is that it doesn't matter in any way at all. We are past that part of the game. Alright. Yeah, sure. Alright, as always, the AI is not super great at building up their systems. Oh, sure. What is this? I mean, yeah, that's useful. Let's pick up Psychohistory and then this so that we can nullify the negative anomalies. We can pick up a Stasis Singularity. I mean, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Whatever, get that. So yeah, we're gonna have to declare war. It looks like the... Actually, that's gonna be a little tricky. We're gonna lose Chang. I guess I don't really care about that. The moment Archab is finished, we truce out with Horatio, right? So we probably don't want to open up a new can of worms until we've cleared Horatio and we've moved our army to a more appropriate position. How many more turns is that? Okay. So what, we probably invade Cirta on the turn that this is like on the turn that Archob's likely to clear. I thought his planet had 900 manpower when it was at full defense. 95, 32, 16. Yeah, huh. I guess it's saying only 900 of the system's manpower would be present in the first battle. Okay. So yeah, we'll wait here. This will be our staging planet. We should be able to get over there pretty quickly. Maybe even in a single turn. Yeah, I don't know. We probably don't need Cert. It's probably not worth delaying things. Although he's going to be able to buy Yersh back if we don't exert some more pressure. You can see the influence circle from this world is pretty significant.
Whatever you're planning, you don't want to hurt us harmless sophons, do you?
Oh, is he declaring on me?
Church. Your actions are the...
He's threatening to declare on me. He said he was going to declare on me, but he hasn't actually made any, like, mechanical moves in that direction, which is kind of weird. Huh. The Lumiere seem to be doing pretty well militarily. I'm actually pretty surprised. Huh. How did he get all these? Oh. He bought them. Fair enough. Well, let's see how this goes. We have more ships than he does, and we have a hero. Well, we won, but it was costly. I wasn't really expecting him to be quite so aggressive immediately. I wonder if we can negotiate with these guys. My impression has been it's very difficult to get borders opened. But they like us right now, or at least they want help from us right now, so... How would you like some dust? Maybe not 73,000, but some. How about 40,000? That sounded good. Usually it's pretty hard to negotiate for open borders. This is no exception. But we need open borders without going to peace. That's the thing that's really tough usually. Alright, so we gotta move as fast as possible at the start of this turn. Alright, and everything is still kosher in Arkhab. Oh wow, the system's actually completely out of defensive manpower. Cool. Getting some stuff done. So, do I trust... No. I was about to say, do I trust that I don't need to leave this fleet here? But no, I do not, in fact, trust the Cravers to behave in any way that is not completely insane. Alright, so Arkhob's about to fall, which means that we are running out of reasons to be in Horatio space. What is going on with Yersh? Stupid biological entities. Getting born and screwing up the math. Okay. So we might actually lose everything here. Do we have a safe retreat route? Like, if I press retreat, is that actually going to work? It's not. No, it is. Because we can retreat to here now. We can retreat to Artemis. Yeah, but we can start moving away from Artemis immediately before we get manhandled again. Yeah, it's tough because we can't go to peace with these guys because we have to be able to shoot Lumeris ships, or at least threaten to shoot Lumeris ships. Oh well. So yeah, the way this quest is timed, there is absolutely no way you could ever see it in a real game. Like, it just starts up way too late and takes too long to... And I feel like I optimized the first part of it pretty well. Like, if you ignore the fact that I'm dumb about this half, the game ended before we had destroyed the first set of lodestone worlds that we ended up destroying, so I really cannot see how you would ever get to this point in a real game, which is a shame because there's some interesting stuff going on here. Why do they have to have arcs everywhere? Why are they using arcs to watch over the worlds? We're gonna have to go to actual war with the Vodiani. This is such a waste of my time. Alright, do we want to try to take this planet? Yeah. Let's do it. Preemptive bombing. Alright, we have a lot of resources built up. It's just... Jesus. We have a lot of resources built up. It's just a matter of converting them into ships. So Surma's pretty large. We can actually, we have a couple of like good leveled up heroes who can be reassigned. So this is okay. Let's grab you. Pump this planet's effectiveness up a little bit, and let's start making warships, because apparently we're going to have to. And we'll start diverting fleets, you know, shortly. I guess, given how badly the first round of this battle went, like, do I even want to bother? Yeah. The system's overall defense level is pretty low, and we have a lot of manpower that we just dumped onto that planet. Like, actually, no, never mind. We'll just truce. We'll truce out of here. Is there a way? Can I just retreat my dudes? Eh, what the hell? We'll bomb the crap out of them one last time. Alright, Horatio, good news.
Don't bother us unless you have something of value to say.
I could have gotten some stuff off of him, but, you know. Extremely whatever to that. Like, we got stuff to do. So I'm going to run these guys to Kuma. And I'm going to start, the ships at Kuma are going to start moving toward the Vodyani front. Maybe to here? Oh yeah, we should purchase this. Totally forgot. Yeah, we're going to have to fight, we're going to have to fight arcs every step of the way, but...
Horatio.
Okay, we're making progress. Here we make no progress. And we never will, right? There's no way this fleet could fight an arc. Well, actually, if we weren't damaged, we still have pretty good offensive output. We could try it. Where's our nearest safe system? Like, how many turns would it take for us to get back to friendly territory and try to repair? We'd have to go, like, all the way over to here. 5? Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can repair it in an allied system. I don't think we have to be at one of our own. Lanika's under attack by the Sophons. I really wish we could get them to flip to our side. Now, what happened there? I clicked on compression singularity and started building a national museum. Alright, let's just commit a whole lot of resources. And here on Zenith, we have 1.2... Okay, so we should actually probably... Yeah, we'll finish the Wellbeing Foundation. Somehow our approval is... Oh, the political party switch screwed things up in some places. Well, we can make some changes. That's not the button I wanted. Right, like, there's no reason for us to go for the Cram Exam Act anymore. What's going to give us the most approval? Yeah. Fine. Good. Done. Okay, that'll help in most places. These guys... Let's send you back down here. I'm not sure what we're going to do with him, but we'll figure something out. I'm sure there's a way he can still be useful to the cause. So we can't take Tylus through influence, nor Zosmanos. Not really. Not reasonably. So what exactly are we going to do? Alright, Zenis. Hey, look at all these Sophons, just all up in my business. Huh. Really, we're only at 80%? I feel like I've been basically everywhere. Alright, Ova is going to keep going. This is interesting. Yeah, we have to bring a force that's capable of pushing off an arc. It doesn't have to kill the arc, it just has to make it want to run. I think we should probably keep Nos pushing out the extra resources just so that this border doesn't get any closer. Because boy oh boy do I not have time for these dudes right now. Yeah, Yersh is gonna just flip back. That's a bummer. There's not really anything I can do about it. I don't think there's anything we can do in Nos to increase our influence output any further. Yeah, I guess we can just build ships. Ships built here can help to maintain the front against the Cravers. Koros Apogee. Oh, man, I don't even know what to do with this dude. Okay, this is useful. Yeah. Another system, huh? Maybe we should go settle Lyra? How fast are my settling ships? Settling Lyra would give us the ability to stage pushes at Ibella from it. Might be worth it. What's my overpopulation at? Oh, this is why my approval went to hell. Because I'm massively overpopulated. So maybe that's not a good idea. Huh. Again, I clicked on eco habitats and it... Okay, so we could run these Sophons off. Am I making progress towards Spica? It's weird that this shows one Sophon ship when in fact what it actually is all of these ships of mine. So what is our plan here? We go to war with these guys. We have to be able to push them off of Ibella and Nihal. We have open borders right now. So we could move a serious fleet through the shortest path over to the reaches of Unfallen space. And from there to Nihal before we declare war. It doesn't have to be the greatest fleet in the world. It just has to be able to push off. I have a huge number of ships somewhere over here. Yeah, okay, so sometimes I have to be real careful where I click over here. Honestly, this might be good enough. One of our Spectres has a greater offensive power. This is probably good enough. Let's... No, you know what? Let's send the big fleet. Let's send the big fleet. Actually, what I should probably do is... Where's that guy from Arcob? Did he get to where he was going yet? He did. Let's grab him. First of all, let's edit his ship. So we'll go like we've been doing everywhere else. Long range stuff. This and this and this. Although I guess we don't need the probes. And really, these should be made of antimatter. I'm not sure what... You know, having probes is not like a bad thing. Okay, let's snatch him over to this fleet. To give it a huge amount of movement. Alright, 2 turns. Good. So we just have to finish moving the rest of our fleets into position. Get everybody over to Zenith, because that's where stuff is going to pop. I mean, Chang is where stuff is going to blow up, actually. Maybe I should be headed to Chang. Well, actually, at Cold War, I can just fight at Nihal. Ibella is the only place where I actually have to go to war to push his stuff off. So yeah, let's take Nihal while we stage everything else. You... Honestly, I don't even know what to do with you. Go to Farver and explore the curiosities, I guess? Really? Okay, you guys wait here. No, don't wait here. If I put them in defense mode, I'll lose them forever. So I'll stop being able to remember where they are. Okay, he's gonna have to chase off that Lumeris ship that's coming in. That's a good question. These guys? I actually don't care. It doesn't matter. Yeah, at this point, militarist lead industrialist support might actually be the best combination. Because due to my overcolonization, we do actually maybe need the approval that we'll get from being at war.
Careful, or things are going to get...
Alright, she's mad because I'm moving lots and lots of military units through her territory, which is not crazy. Oh no, the Lumeris, right. This is not empty space, this is Lumeris space. So I have to go to war with the Lumeris to be able to attack here? I don't want to do that. They're actually, like, winning battles and stuff. Or I could become allied with them? No, but I need to be able to shoot their ships. Yeah, I have to go to war with the Lumeris. Not ideal. Oh, wow. They're taking this a little bit more seriously. Okay. They're not bringing a hero, it looks like. So they're not actually going to be making progress. They're just holding off my progress. Benthic gems. Have I ever seen this before? Huh. If we go to war with the Lumeris, we have to immediately deal with the Sophan ships that are scattered throughout our empire, threatening us. Which means we have to start fighting them now. He has 17 command points here. We only have 15. I mean, I just don't have time to worry about. If the Cravers come knocking, we'll build more ships. So, benthic gems, huh? There's no way for me to see what these actually do. When you look at stuff on the marketplace, does that show you... There aren't any benthic gems on the marketplace. When I look at them in this view, does it show me? Okay. Minus 50% overexpansion disapproval? Is that what that is? That's useful, I guess. It's not super useful. Yeah, this is going to become a hell of a thing. Okay, we got to crush the Sofun fleets inside of our borders. Then we got to declare war on the Lumeris. This is turning into a major project. Man, I hope these guys are... Actually, hold on. The engine trails on this side, are they... Did they come through and then immediately leave? Huh. I don't have any idea what's going on. Yeah, okay. So Ova is done. We've discovered some new nebular clouds. That's neat, I guess. You guys... I don't even know what to do with you guys. I guess we'll have them head over here. Oh. Hey, check that out. We'll have them head over here so that they're ready to move on Ibella in case something changes. And I think the answer to whether we're moving in on Spica or Red is moving out toward us is the former. I think we're making progress here. Yeah, he's actually thinking he's going to declare war on me. And unfortunately, we're going to have to actually fight this war. Okay, can we... Do we have any more options war-wise? Well, yeah, I haven't been running the Work Not Shirk Act because it was not necessary by the time we got it, but maybe it's a good idea now just so we can build ships faster. It would be 4 influence per citizen, so it'd be 1,200 influence. We can afford it. Oh, it won't let me just paste a law over another one. I have to free up the slot first. Okay. Alright, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to get some ships built real fast now. Wow. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. I do not, in fact, have that amount of money. It's possible that not settling Lyra was a mistake. Maybe I should bring these guys back to my... So it looks like, according to the thing here, we're going to gain plus 0% health per turn. I'm going to sit still for a second and see if that's actually true. But maybe we cannot get repairs in allied territory. It looks like we can replenish our manpower here. It would be strange if we couldn't repair. Maybe you can only purchase repairs in allied territory? I'm really not sure. Yeah, I don't want to have to declare war on the Lumeris. I could bail on my alliance and join this one. No, that doesn't solve anything, because I still need to be able to attack Lumeris ships. Well, the Lumeris... Now they have quite a few systems, actually. Well... We can make sure that the systems that we have enemies currently orbiting have good defensive structures. Or we don't have any. I skipped all those researches. Shoot. Alright, let's sit and watch. So like this ship is at 1073. Is it actually not going to repair at all on an allied territory? Nope, it didn't repair at all. It did get half of its manpower back. So I guess we have to send them back to actually someplace that we actually personally own. That's crazy that our allies are not willing to repair our ships. Alright, we'll fall back to here then, I guess. Alright, you are currently... Okay, you are currently a governor. I guess it doesn't matter. You have all the governor skills. Yeah, that's something. His system totally could get attacked. Curse Apogee. Also, your system could get attacked. Alright, Cheng, which is right in the middle of everything, actually in some danger. I'm very curious what the very curious what these new curiosities hold. Is there anywhere else where we have a new unexplored curiosity? Yersh has one. Okay, it's mostly just ruins, so I guess these are just going to be like small payouts, probably not anything really exciting. Still though, it's kind of cool. Okay, we have somebody building the Singularity, yeah, over there on Orion. Right, we have lots of ships coming over here to help. And Extinct just gained a level. I guess from exploration, right? Like exploring stuff gives you XP. I guess he just got a level for exploring a system that we had not previously set foot on, or maybe it was just passive travel XP. Oh no, he found Pictor. He found a single small boreal world orbiting a star just outside of the edge of the disk galaxy. That's weird. Academy power is increasing, perhaps far, far too slowly. So we can't really start this war until we deal with these two groups of Sophon ships, right? Here he has 26 command points. Mostly ships he bought, but a couple of carriers. And here he has a lot of stuff coming in, but he's not actually at full. So we could... Well, we don't have to declare war, though. These are defensive actions. So yeah, let's have these guys attack. We now have a fleet here that is strong enough to fight him. At least, in theory. Let's do some damage before the rest of the ships that he's bringing in show up. Okay. We managed to make him run away. That's just as good. Do I want to move the 19 command point fleet over to Kochab? Probably not. Let's all stick together for now. Yeah, he's definitely complicated things like really unnecessarily by parking a lot of fleets in my space. And I could close my borders on him, but all this stuff is just going to get moved to like Spica or Tylus and then come right back at us. I think it's actually better for me to be able to deal with it right now. Let's keep Nos boosted. Oh no, Nos is already boosted. We could probably it makes sense to boost like Kochab or Sirma.
In the opinion of the church, your action...
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. So we've discovered some virtual artifacts. Cool. Endless foundries? Sea artifacts. No, I'm definitely seeing new stuff here. This is stuff that I have never seen before. Alright, militarists. Militarism begets militarism. I think that's a lesson we've learned pretty thoroughly at this point. In the real world and in the game. Okay. Ships from Nos theoretically are best camped near this front, I guess. Run you up to Kuma. Kuma probably could stand to rejoin the production effort, honestly. Kuma is only producing this stuff, so that's not that exciting. Nos also needs to get working on ships again. Alright, we have a lot of ships. Man, there's an awful lot of hostile everybody sitting in my territory in a way that makes me very nervous. Alright, some of these ships recently retreated. It looks like he merged up with a couple of other guys, though. I assume he's gonna retreat again. Nope, stood and fought. Got completely obliterated. That's good. It's good for us. Where are these guys going? I might want to keep this fleet right here. These are some Lumeris ships coming in to threaten us. Ah, man. This is very annoying. They're making this far more difficult than it has to be. What do these new things do? Plus defense capacity, doubles defense capacity, that's cool. Plus 50% industry output per system level. Man, that is a hell of a thing. There's actually still one we haven't seen this game. I'm not keeping close enough track to know if it's one that I have seen before, though. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there on cleanup. We just have to deal with some more garbage over here before we're ready to handle the last couple of lodestone worlds. Found some super spuds and some adamantium. And we've run out of probes. Okay. His ships don't have a little engine thing. Unless this is supposed to be... No, this is my ship here. So I don't have any idea which direction that ship's going. Alright, we're out of purple stuff again. Unfortunately, that's not easy to buy. It is not, it's not being produced very slowly though. We're getting it. It's just taking forever to actually trickle through because it is so we're using so much of it so quickly. All right, build some shipyards. You guys probably want to stay put. You guys probably want to move to the front. You guys stay put. You stay put. We have a lot of nonsense to manage here. I'm actually going to have these guys move to here. We can have business at the black hole dealt with by our other fleets. Okay, I think we're ready to move on. Nope, of course not. There's 100,000 more things to do. These turns are getting very long. Well, I guess we can go ahead and pick up... Freezes the system, preventing progress, and blocks all entities within. You know what? If we build up some of these singularities... It's going to take us forever to research, never mind. But, in theory, if we use some of those singularities to impede the Sophon fleets, we could... just declare and probably get this over with fast enough. Not really an option, unfortunately. Okay, so these dudes are here. So let's merge these up. We have just enough money to repair everything. Merge these up. And then have at him. Really? Our overall stats are that much lower than theirs? Because because it didn't keep the fleet selected. I merged two fleets. I selected two fleets, clicked merge, and it changed my selection to a third different fleet, not the thing that was the result of the merge. Alright, fine. Just do what damage you can. I'm not going to retreat. I don't have the money to repair them after they retreat. We'll just burn some of his ships and, yeah, actually, that was pretty good for us. And then we'll use the correct fleet to finish up the mess. That actually may have been better than fighting with the big fleet first. Did they retreat? Nope, they just fought us. Inadvisably. Alright. Make us a very small amount of money. Alright, Serma's got shipyards up now. We can probably... Yeah, you know what? Build that. Make even better ships. Alright, these guys are headed over here. You have a probe. We found a point of population. I don't know where they're going to go. Do we have worlds that have population slots open? I hope not. Okay, we have some... Yeah, we have some ships on the way over. Man, Sophons everywhere for no reason. Well, I think we're almost ready. We managed to destroy a lot of the Sophon fleets. I think what we do is we go to the Sophon guy, now that his fleets are all weak and everything. Oh wait, did I move away from this before it was done? I totally did. Alright, well... I could have sworn Alright, let's buy a Phantom. Or just build one, naturally, whatever. Okay, that's not a big deal. I probably don't actually have to destroy that. Really, he has another 30 command points. Man, my plan was, now that his fleet is broken, although it's not, but when I thought it was broken, was this would be a good time to make the demand that he bail on his alliance. Okay, here comes some Unfallen. That's good. That'll help us out. We need the support at this point. Where the heck is, Oh, an X-Jink is right here. Apparently you have to go back. Apparently we weren't done. I can't believe I did that. It's not going to change anything. Because it's going to take him less time to get back there and get working than it would for us to, resolve the rest of this stuff, but it's still annoying. Alright, yeah, so we're waiting one turn on this. These guys are ready to do something. I'm just not sure what the thing to do is. I want to see how this shakes out. So let's see where these Sophon ships end up going. If they're headed out to Lanica, we can just let them leave. If they stop in orbit around Nos, then we're going to have to divert ships to deal with that. Come on. Yeah, okay. Well, the ship's from Kuma, I guess. Chang is... I mean, just keep building, I guess. So, you have a lot of stuff you could be making. We're making a lot of dust, but it's also very expensive for us to repair our fleets at this point, so... Yeah, my system's starting to hitch pretty bad when I, like, zoom across the galaxy. Things are getting too complex. Oh hey, we figured out Sim Camp. Okay, this is what I can't afford to repair. Alright, let's try to push these guys out. It might be worth making the demand soon. Right now, Nos is the only place where I still have Sophons, assuming that we deal with this okay. Okay, we lost our Spectre, but that's all. It's not bad. Oh, he left. Two of his smashers are heading into the middle of my empire. I assume the rest of them went elsewhere. Okay, let's do it.
What do you want? We're kind of busy.
I demand you break your alliance. Oh, hey, it worked. He's too afraid of me. Okay. So now we don't have to worry about the rest of the process of fighting him. We weakened him enough that he couldn't resist us, and that was as good as defeating him entirely. You guys, I guess, just make science for a while. I don't really want to pressure my resources any further. Okay, so now it's just a matter of fighting the Lumeris, which I think we can do. They have a fleet here. It's about half the strength of mine. We have a lot of allies coming in. I'm going to declare on them right now.
And we thought we had learned to trust each other.
Why? Why would you think that? What is wrong with you? Hey, guess what? Alright, we'll check out all this diplomatic stuff in a second. But this is going to be serious progress. Okay, we obliterated them, I assume. Took no meaningful damage. Which means next turn we can push off the Vodyani here.
The Unfallen watch you.
Okay, they're coming to our aid. They're coming to our aid. I wish that text would
times.
appear a little faster, you know?
Stepping on toast.
Alright, now we don't actually have to go to war against the Vodyani, right? We just have to... we just have to be able to defend ourselves. So I think holding this choke point right here and moving ships to Cheng should be good enough to buy us some measure of safety. Like this fleet goes to Cheng. Wait. No. Here we go. This is what I wanted to do. Pop these guys out, merge them up, and then go to Cheng. That is a single leecher. It's going to go to Zenith, I guess. That's whatever. That's fine-ish. It's fine enough. Alright. Yeah, just... that'll have to do. So what's been going on over here? Somehow there's still a battle taking place on this system. This system's been under siege for 1,000,000 years. Not really sure what's going on over there. I mean, honestly, not very much is changing on this front, despite the fact that it... yeah. Yeah, that was coming.
Horatio, doubt your motives.
Yeah, there was never anything we could do about that. Zenith can go ahead and produce some more ships, I guess. Send that guy to Cheng. We should, like, maybe invite the Sophans into our alliance. Okay, this should be a total blowout. And so now we're capturing the hull. Unfortunately, 10 turns. I do wish that it wasn't just a flat number of turns with any number of heroes orbiting. But it does seem to be. Huh. I'll receive an approval bonus later if I bury these. Whatever, that's fine. You know what I don't have time for is quest text, because it has been a huge amount of time since the video started, and we gotta keep this rolling. Alright, so now that it's just us and the Lumeris, and I don't have to worry about the Sophans butting in... yeah, we should probably actually invite them into the Empire, into the Alliance, just so that I can use Zos Manos as a staging ground safely. Because that's not a bad idea. Let's see if they will join us.
We're kind of busy.
I saw the little red minus. They probably... I mean, they don't love me. They're always bugging me for a science agreement, though. And they don't have the ability to tell that it's not going to be meaningful. They really can't contextualize this stuff. You want some crazy virtual artifacts? People love this stuff. Apparently we've already mind the cap of them. Okay. There we go. And now we...
What?
negotiate a truce with these guys. But we don't bother to truce with the Vodyani. Because they don't even really, you know... Alright, I don't want to read any of that stuff. None of it matters. Huh. You guys still don't have microwave pipes? How is that possible? Every curiosity in the galaxy. They all must be explored. Okay, we found more remnant. Again, I don't really know that there's any place for them to go. Okay, what's going on here? Sophons, Sheridan. Okay, there were Lumeris ships. They ran. They ran at the sight of my single hero. Okay, so Alva is dealt with. Oh, there was a little animation actually of the planet exploding. Huh. Yeah. Alright, now... I guess Red closed his borders to me. And this doesn't matter, probably. There's a lot of stuff happening that's not super relevant right now because of... in part because of the fact that we're no longer interested in winning the game, like... That really has a way of clarifying things. I don't know, Kochab could use a governor. Just... go somewhere and work quietly away from me. Yeah. Man, you know what? I'm actually going to be kind of sad if this is cool. Because it's like... it's a thing that so few people are ever going to see. Okay, so we can slap a hero on these guys and head out, right? He's still injured for 3 turns, and we can't buy people back while the... That's not what I wanted. Yeah, we can't buy people back while the ultimate quest is on. So who has the... Do you have movement stuff? You do not. It's overseers who have the movement thing, right? Yeah. So do we have a loose overseer somewhere? He's busy. He doesn't actually have it. Okay. Well... we'll move the fleet over there, clear it out, and then we'll get a hero to it later. It'll probably just be an X-Jink. I'm like really letting my singularities and stuff slide because I'm very focused right now. But we should probably go ahead and build these. Hey look, we got our approval bonus. That's significant too. Alright, let's find out what the story is over there. Well, I mean, as long as we're at war, there's no reason really for us not to do this. We should move some more ships to Cheng, though. Like this one. Okay, you're holding that. I guess the question is, do we need to hold that? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so this is... It's going to return about 1 billion by the time we're done with this phase. I'm assuming... You know what? I'm assuming that whatever climactic event is going to occur, it's going to have to occur on Harrow, right? I don't have any idea what's going on here. Alright, Zenus. Send guys over there. What is that? The Sophons are building planet crackers. Yeah, it was a good idea to bring him into the Alliance. We can't move directly to that system. It's okay for us to be there if we're already there, apparently, but we can't move onto it. We are pushing back the border around Nos, it looks like. I don't know. Zenus. Pretty much just waiting now. We have a fleet headed to Ibella. When they arrive, or at least when they're close, we'll start moving an X-Jink over there. And then it's just a matter of waiting for Ibella to be destroyed. Because this is finished. And as soon as this is done, we can truce out on the Lumeris. We don't need to keep them angry. Jeez, I don't know. Where's some places that we can just drop some skill points real fast? I'm assuming what we're gonna find when that probe hits is that there's a single scout ship and an arc just sitting there. Maybe we'll get lucky though and they will have abandoned it. Nope, it's exactly as I predicted. For some reason, the ships appeared and then disappeared, so I don't actually have the ability to look at what they are, but it's only going to be 3 turns to travel, so we'll try to time that so we get there right after the fleet does. And yeah, a lot of systems are getting assigned to the Planet Cracker, not even because I want the science, but because I want them to stop asking. All over the world, all over the galaxy, there's still intrigues and struggle and all kinds of garbage going on, and we are just like laser focused, man. Very slowly executing some serious laser focus. Yep. Somebody else offered a truce. Looks like the UE. That's actually fine as long as they don't move any ships over here. Oh, it's a wrecked arc. Right. Those have to leave wreckage behind so that you can reclaim them. Okay, so next turn we'll start moving NX Jink. I don't know, dude. This system needs to build a whole lot of stuff. if I had learned the other singularity types, there's a singularity that makes your ships get places faster. There were definitely optimizations that could have been done. Had I known exactly what the pushing for this was going to entail. At this point, a lot of it's stubbornness, but I just want to see what's at the end. Okay. Unfortunately, that means that it's still going to be like 12 more turns. You have a lot of stuff to build. Okay. Whatever. Okay, looks like the Luminaris do not intend to interfere over here. I wonder how quickly this fleet will be able to make it over to Ivella. With the absurd amount of movement that they have. It's true, I do have an unassigned hero. I'm not really worried about that right now. So something's going to happen on Harrow, right? I have to assume. I don't know if we might have to destroy it. I can see that being the case. And if it is, I do have researched the ability to do that. I haven't actually built any planet crackers, but I do have the research for it. Come on, you know what happens here. Okay, slowly we begin to move. So I don't know, I'm definitely not doing this in the most effective way, but I feel like 3. It would only have been 3 turns. Well, I'm going to move him to Harrow. Again, I have no idea, but it seems to me the next thing should happen at Harrow. So I haven't been going after this in the most effective way possible. Probably there were definitely optimizations to be made, but we're not going to complete this until considerably after turn 200. This event needs to start like 50 turns earlier, probably. Even then, you wouldn't see the end of it in most games. Alright, hero level up, but like, whatever. Oh, Zosmanos was lost to red. Okay, none of that stuff matters. I do need to turn off the pop-ups on a couple of different kinds of notifications. Things really should not be coming up automatically. Can I do that real quick while this is happening? Notifications. I really thought I had switched all of these already. Okay. Because if I don't do it now, I'm never going to forget, or I'm never going to remember. I've already said so many times, oh, I need to do this right after that video. Or, I need to do that right after this video.
Tell us what...
Okay. Maybe I should have run that hero over here. We could have taken... If they allow you to stack up multiple heroes, we could have taken some turns off of this. I'm pretty sure that I tried it the first time. I think that I tried it the first time we had this quest pop up in the like really early on, and it didn't work that way. But maybe I'm not remembering correctly. All right, let's hurry this up, video game. Yeah, laws are changing. We may as well just throw some high-tier researches on the thing. Hopefully, that's more turns than we will need. What is this? Where? There's a single pirate ship at her? Alright, well, I mean, fight him. We have pretty advanced weaponry. I imagine we win. Was that like the world's worst privateer, or what's going on there? Okay. No, there is something that I have to take care of very quickly, so I'm gonna,
Horatio's plans for this galaxy do not...
Yes, what an honor that would be. Let me hit end turn here, and while the AI is thinking... What? Oh! Crusaders at Cheng. Ooh, this is interesting. Some stuff is breaking. I guess he's uprooting arcs. Maybe he's uprooted an arc and sent it over here. Maybe that's what's happening. Okay, well... We probably lose this, I'm assuming. He's got energy weapons and projectile shields. Yeah, he's had a lot of time to tech against our ships. I don't know that it matters, though. It probably does not matter. And we didn't really lose it by very much, did we? In fact, I think we might be able to win. The spirit's pretty low. Actually, this is probably a bad attack. It's the space madness, you guys. It's got me all loopy. Oh, okay, apparently we can just trade a small for one of his ships straight up. Would you do the thing I told you to do? Okay. Alright, 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, what do you know? The AI did beat me. I thought there was a pretty serious chance I was going to be able to get up and come back, and it was still going to be processing the end of the turn. Well, he sent an arc to Lyra, which doesn't seem to me like a thing that needs to happen. I don't know what the value of this is. I guess he really wants this system. Maybe it was in a lot of danger at Artemis. I'm not actually... We don't actually have vision over there, so I can't... Kind of curious, though. I can't really say what the situation is. So if this quest began 50 turns sooner... Because what? It started firing at like 140 something in the late 140s. It was pretty easy to... I think this video started around 150. And I probably only spent a handful of turns completing the first step. So yeah, it starts in the mid 140s maybe. And it's going to take us till 60-something turns later just to get this step done. And again, I was not fully in on the last 5 worlds, or the last 5 systems, rather. But even so, I think we probably had an easier time clearing up those extra systems than you would have in some games. Man. This is new, right? This was red. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Lumeris war machine. I'm glad we didn't have to see too much of it in person, because it seems like it might be terrifying. Alright, Cheng. Do this. Yeah, okay. I guess the Vodyani cleared out of Artemis because the Lumeris were gonna kick him out either way. It's weird to think that for as little effect as they've had on us over the course of the game, it's weird to think that the natural end of this game might have been the Lumeris conquering the entire galaxy.
Desperate acts for desperate times.
I don't know. You seem to be doing alright. And the fact is, she's coming to us saying desperate acts for desperate times because she's thinking, man, I really hate making deals with you. But I think she underestimates how much I don't want to make a deal with her. There's no love lost on either side of that table. Huh. Our adamantium has lost the underline that indicates that we are producing it. In fact, we are not producing it? What's going on here? Because we definitely still have adamantium systems. I don't know. I think when the game gets to a state that is this complex, things start to act up a little. Things get a little strange. Okay, the last of the lodestone worlds was destroyed, and what happens now? I'm assuming we have to destroy Harrow. I bet we have to destroy Harrow. I mean, I know that it's already marked as destroyed, but I bet there's a bigger... Oh.
The time
or there's this.
has come. My time has come. I do not regret a single moment. I still believe in my cause. Enough to die for it.
And then we get 75 adamantium. Good job, everybody. Huh. It's... okay, that's super weird. Like, it's so strange that it's such a sort of a pivotal event in the storyline. It is worth noting that the Academy still exists. Yeah, it's so weird. It's such a pivotal event in the storyline. And it has a little cinematic and everything. But it kind of doesn't really have much of an effect on the game. Like, there's no reason to do that. And then they've timed its arrival in the game such that it will never happen in a real game. Because it's like, the quest doesn't even begin until, 30 or 40% after most of the victory types are available. Very strange. Well, this game is already over. We effectively won 100 turns ago, and then the computer won after us 40 turns ago. So that was it. I'm like, it's both weirdly too much and not enough at the same time, I'm kind of curious what the other version of the cinematic looks like. Let's just real quick, does anything happen at the beginning of the next turn, or is that quest just over? No, it's just over. Weird. Well, I have to say, I did enjoy getting to see the very complex state that emerges in the late game. There's a lot of very different concerns with clashing influence circles and the negotiating of various alliances, and I really wish that there were more 4X games that were more focused on that sort of diplomacy, United Nations kind of phase of civilization. It seems like we're playing out some version of the Middle Ages over and over and over and over again, doesn't it? Take that. Anyway, I guess that's going to be it. That's going to be us. Somehow the Lumeris have struck deep into the middle of Craver territory and claimed their homeworld. Yeah, that's it. That is going to be it for us today. Holy crap, what a marathon. But we finally got there, on the third attempt. Come back next time. To be perfectly honest with you, this is probably going to be the last episode for this week. But come back next time. At the beginning of next week, we're going to have some new stuff for you. I need to take a day or two off the game, obviously. But Monday, we'll have some kind of new stuff. I don't even know what yet. We'll definitely be playing at the very least on the preview version of the new patch. And we'll see you then.